Good morning, class. Today we're going to continue answering the questions from Checking Your Progress. So now we have question number 4. It says, draw a force diagram to show the forces acting on this picture. We have a picture of a boy standing on a scale. Now, there are two forces acting on this boy. The first one is gravity. Good. Gravity is pulling the boy down, which is the boy's weight or we can call it gravity. Now there's another force. It's the force of... Now there's another force acting on this boy. This force is in the opposite direction. It's the force of the scale keeping the boy up. It's like when you put a book on the table. We have the force of the gravity pulling the table down, the book down, and the force of the table keeping the book up. So this upward force of the scale. Okay, now are these forces balanced or unbalanced? Say why. Remember from our previous lesson about balanced or unbalanced. When forces are balanced, what happens? And when forces are unbalanced, what happens? Now when forces are unbalanced, one is stronger or larger than the other, there is movement. Objects move. Now is the boy moving? No, he's in his place. So are the forces balanced? Yes. Why? Because there is no movement. Okay? Now here we have question 5. Question 5 says explain the reasons for each of the following. Now racing cars have smooth tires. Tires means wheels. Racing cars have smooth tires. Now racing cars have to be very fast when they move on the streets or on the tracks of the race. From the friction could slow down these cars if the tires were rough. When a rough surface and a rough surface rub against each other, there is high friction. But if it's smooth, there is low friction. So here, racing cars have smooth tires because to reduce means make less. I'll write it here. Make less friction so the cars can go fast. Okay, here's the answer. The tires of trucks have lots of grooves. Grooves means حفر أو empty like spaces. If you see the wheel of or a tire of a truck, it's very large and it has like very small dents in them. Why? Now, to make sure, now trucks drive in very bumpy and rough roads. So why do we have large grooves and lots of grooves? To make more friction and make sure that they grip on the road and do not slip on the road, okay? To make sure they have lots of friction and not slide on the road. Here's the answer. To make sure they have lots of friction and not slide on the road. Racing cars are low and flat. Now this is related to resistance. Racing cars are very small and low and flat. This way they have smaller surface area, which means less air resistance, and then they can go faster. So, to have smaller surface area and less friction, so they can go faster. Okay, now you can write these answers here in the empty space, or or here in this empty space if you don't have space, or you can just add a sticky note and write them on it. Okay, now here, question 6. For each picture, say if work is being done or not and why. Now remember, work happens when things are moving. Okay, there is work when there is movement, when there is unbalanced force. So let's see in this first picture. This man is dragging this. This man is moving this. Is there work or not? Yes. Why? Because the man pushing the wheelbarrow and it's moving. The man is pushing this, it's called a wheelbarrow, and it's moving. Okay? Now here, the book and the table. No, there is no work. Why? Because the book and the table are not moving. Here, the man in the parachute. He's falling from the sky. Yes, there is movement, so there is work. Yes, the parachute is moving. By which force? Gravity is moving down by gravity. And this is our unit.